Welcome to Threemo, your go-to place for nostalgia, angst, and all things emo. Let's face it, if you liked MCR, wore black clothes, and liked MySpace, this is the podcast for you. I'm your host, Krue Monroe, and I'm accompanied here by...
My name is Ollie Quinn, and I'm here to f***ing get down with y'all. Period.
All right,
Emo style.
Emo style. All right, so before we get started, please head over to our Twitter and tweet us the first band that introduced you to the emo culture, how that band affected you, or how the emo culture affected you, and we would love to read all of your answers on our next episode for next week. All right, so first of all, Ollie, what was your first emo band?
My first emo band, it's hard to say, but I think like if I had to put a finger on it and I had to like gun to my head, I had to pick, it would probably be Blink-182.
For sure, Blink-182.
Yeah. And it was honestly, it was just my cousin. I remember, explicitly, remember seeing the cover to this album that he had, and it was, this girl in, a nurse's outfit, and she's, got the syringe and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of fucking dope. And then he was, showing me some of the songs. We'd, share a headphone. It was pretty cool. It ended up being Enema of the State.
Enema of the State,
which is my absolute favorite Blink album. Period.
I think I really enjoyed Dude Ranch.
Dude Ranch was good too.
That was good. And whichever one had Anthem Part 2. I think that's one of my favorite Blink-182 songs. Dude, that's sick. I remember, I don't know how far to go back. It's very hard for me. I remember the first type of music I heard that was alternative was when I was real young. I would hear Linkin Park on the radio.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what brought me into it, I don't think. I think once we went my mom and I went camping. Before we went, she I had a little player, a portable CD player. And we went out and we went to Best Buy and she bought me whichever CD I want, and I picked Simple Plan, no helmets, no pads, just balls.
No pads, just balls.
Yeah. Woke up, it was 7. I waited till 11. Yeah, dude. So I listened to that cover to cover probably 15 times while we were camping.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Yeah, that one for sure. I mean, Blink-182 is also a solid. I just don't feel like they were really emo until they came out with I Miss You and shit and started wearing eyeliner, but I guess neither was Simple Plan.
It's different, man. It was hard to kind of subgenrealize everything back then, especially when you're so new to it and not knowing what's what and how it's gonna work with itself.
For sure.
But that was my first scene, first band, I guess you could say, into that type of subgenre of music.
Yeah.
Whether people consider Blink punk or poppy or
I feel
emo,
they're in a realm of all of that because they've made so much music that they've made pop stuff, they've made super emo stuff I Miss You, and they've made real whatever. I'll say definitely one thing that brought me into the emo culture was a lot of the early movies in early 2000s Euro Trip.
Yep.
My favorite was Grind for sure. That had the bro.
Grind.
Did you get the soundtrack? Yo, that whole soundtrack was amazing.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I remember there was that band, Hot Action Cop, that were they were so bad. But for some reason, I couldn't stop listening to that. Can I get a little finger? Sticky.
Yup. Oh, God, yes, dude. Holy.
Yo,
there were so many good things about that movie, dude. Just kind of shaped a lot of our young minds at that point in time.
Bro, Sweet Lou cleans no man's poo.
That's right.
Oh my God.
And dude, it's so crazy how that correlates in with it too, because I just started thinking about it, and so what really took off, because I didn't start out as an emo kid,
right?
You know what I mean? I didn't wake up one day and was like, oh, I'm gonna wear really skinny jeans and listen to fucking this kind of music,
right?
And it kind of eventually built itself up.
Totally.
So I started out skating, skateboarding, and then I just gradually went from there, from a skater kid to a scene kid to a skating scene kid to an emo kid, and it was It just, man, I
To a scene
eventually
king.
found my style. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, dude, it's weird how you can't just like jump into something and exactly fit that fucking stereotypical fucking image.
Especially when you're like a young person.
Yes.
Dude, I remember in middle school, I don't think I've ever told you this, when I was in middle school, like one day I'd be listening to Ludacris wearing like a chain with like a jersey, and the next day I'd be like listening to MCR with like eyeliner and black clothes. Like nobody knew who, I didn't know who the I was, but like everybody at school was like, yo, what are you gonna wear tomorrow? Like,
yeah, that's the coolest part about it too, is you can wear anything, bro. Like, you can make a fucking jersey and a chain look emo or look scene.
Right.
It all just depends on how you accentuate it with the rest of your outfit.
right.
Which is the coolest fucking part, I think.
Yeah. Agreed.
I used to do that all the time. I used to wear basketball jerseys.
Bro, I remember I had a pair of FUBU shorts. Do you remember FUBU?
I do.
For us, by us.
By you.
or yeah. For us, by you.
Whatever the fuck it was.
FUBU. No, it's for us, by us, because it was supposed to be like strictly African American clothing line.
Okay.
But yeah,
That makes
no.
more sense,
Yeah,
though.
no, I didn't care. My mom was like, dude, you're gonna get beat up at school if somebody sees you in that. No, I was like, they're just shorts, mom.
Just shorts, mom.
Let's continue talking about
Struggling.
some other emo bands from back in the day. I think a huge thing that brought me into it was also television. Like, I don't know if you remember Fuse TV.
Fuse TV was my
Dude.
bro. That's all I would watch.
Oh my
is
god.
Fuse TV.
Yo, that's all
I remember you used to like. They would play music videos nonstop,
All day.
and then there was like this scrolling bar on the bottom of the screen where like you could text a number and like send a message to like a friend or a loved one.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to do that shit all the fucking time.
Dude, not only that, I remember you could text to request songs, and then it would be like, thanks for the request, like Krue Monroe or whatever.
Yep.
That was great too.
Yes. Fuse TV was like, it was way ahead of its time,
Oh,
man.
for
Like
sure.
I remember MTV used to be like that, and it used to play music and just nonstop, and then like MTV kind of went far left field with like all of
for
their
sure.
reality shows and all that, and Fuse TV was like, "Yep,
Just
we're
music.
gonna pick up."
Yeah, but you know
Get it.
they did change a little bit towards the end, but they did have some like crazy, like they had shows, but they were all like, I loved them all. Like they had The Whitest Kids You Know.
I was just gonna say The Whitest Kids You Know.
That show was so good. Oh my god, Trevor was so.
Didn't they eventually take over like the Andy Milonakis show at some point?
I didn't know that was on Fuse. I thought that was an MTV original.
It might actually be. I was just like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So,
I remember.
possible.
I remember they had Tila Tequila's Pants Off, Dance Off,
Yes, they did have that.
which was a very strange concept for a show. Let's just have these total strangers strip butt naked to an emo song.
Yeah.
like-
I mean, I'm here for that.
All right, what was the first harder band that you listened to?
The first harder band.
Yeah. Like Avenged Sevenfold or like
Shit.
something like, you know, a little more metal.
It was probably like Avenged Sevenfold or you know, something along those lines.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly just because it was so fucking long
Oh,
ago,
yeah, for
and
sure.
I wasn't like super into like the really, really hard or harder stuff at that point in my life, so it was less memorable.
Right.
But I do remember listening to like Dance Gavin Dance,
Yeah, they were
Like-
kind of screamy. Yeah.
Enter Shikari, A Day to Remember,
Okay.
Sleeping with Sirens,
I wouldn't call those ones
bands like that.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking something more like, oh man, what's the band I'm thinking of? The first one that I found, was Bullet for My Valentine, which you've told me you think is like butt rock. But like,
It's butt rock, bro. It's radio rock, and I fucking hate that.
all right, relax. But it is it's definitely harder. It's definitely harder than like, you know, some of the other bands that we've been listing. Like it's like,
Yeah,
like they play in drop tunings, they scream a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be like butt rock to do that. I mean, look at Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. They scream a little bit, They're a little
they
harder than
scream
your
in the
average
background,
emo.
bro. They're not harder than
Either
an
way,
average emo.
that's still
no, because like
cool.
because Silverstein screams a ton, and they're like
That's true.
more emo than any of that, and Hawthorne Heights as well. By the way,
Yes,
those
dude,
are
love Hawthorne Heights.
those are really really nice guys. They're from Cleveland, which is where I'm from. Actually,
Yeah, I met them at Warped Tour.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, they're really nice actually. JT Woodruff gave me a lot of shit when I met him.
Oh, really?
Cause I was wearing a "Marry Me Haley" shirt.
Oh,
like
I
Haley
think
from Paramore.
yeah, you told me this story.
A bunch of my friends were like walking past like the Hawthorne Heights merch tent, and I was like, "Yo, that's JT, that's the lead singer," and I'm like all fucking emoed out with my hair and my shirt. My shirt says "Marry Me Haley," and I walk up and I'm like, "Hey man, are you JT?" He's like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, I like your shirt. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. She's super hot. He's like, yeah, I know. I married her yesterday. And I was like, oh, bro. Like, really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, you, man. Like, you're super lucky. He's like, nah, dude, I'm just fucking with you. And
That's
I was like,
hilarious. That's so funny.
but it was cool. He was a nice dude. We sat and chatted for like probably 10, 15 minutes after that. So that was really cool.
Wow, that's pretty sweet. My buddy started this clothing company back in Cleveland called Scum Culture, but like the U's were replaced with V's,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they played a show at their opener, or at like the launch of the clothing line, and they sold out of everything. Hawthorne Heights was there. They're super nice. They played with us, hung out with us, drank with us. It was super cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think I knew that, like, prior to this podcast.
No, you'll probably hear a lot of stories that you haven't heard.
That's cool, yeah, because, I mean, like, we talk about music a lot, but we don't ever really get into, like, our personal experiences.
Yeah, true.
Like, with specific artists and things like that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. We also get to know each other a little bit more while doing this podcast.
Okay, so we're not going to go up into, like, Woe Is Me in, like, 2010. So let's, like, before 2010... what are some of your favorite bands? So like before Attack Attack, what are some of your before Attack Attack came out in 2000? Did they come out in 2000? I'm gonna look this up. Here, get your mental juices flowing on this. I'm gonna see when Attack Attack came out.
Bands before 2010, Chiodos, hands down.
Oh, Attack Attack is before. Yeah, it's 2008. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so that's perfect. So Chiodos, Attack Attack. Enter Shikari, Dance Gavin Dance, A Day to Remember, Sleeping with Sirens.
Sleeping before 2010?
I think so. I was listening to that shit.
Oh,
when I was like 17,
bro,
18
2009. Just yeah. Oh no.
Okay, so I was
the band was formed in 2009 by members of all. For All We Know, dude, I didn't know that.
Holy shit, I didn't know that either.
Wow, I loved that band.
Oh, dude, from first to last, I just remembered. Yes, I have a signed like insert.
Sonny Moore.
For yes. Yeah. No, all of them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Dear Diary of My Teen Angst has a body count.
Hell yeah.
Have that insert.
Did you do 5? Are you just drinking PBR right now?
Yeah. I'm drinking beers and jams.
Ow.
I think I did 5. Chiodos, A Day to Remember, From First to Last, Enter Shikari, Dance Gavin Dance.
See, I only liked that one song by Enter Shikari. So my 5 would definitely be Attack Attack.
Okay.
Stick, yeah, for sure. I loved Attack Attack. I loved The Devil Wears Prada.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Asking. I loved one that you said. What was it? I said Attack Attack, Devil Wears Prada, Asking Alexandria.
Enter Shikari.
No. A Day to Remember. A Day to Remember.
Oh, yeah.
A Day to Remember. And then I think my other one, oh, dude, Silverstein. Yeah, those are my 5. Yeah.
Fair.
So, like, you're
incredible.
So your average emo kid, pretty much.
I listened to, like, I switched it up a little bit from, like, emo to, like, pop punk to, like crabcore or whatever.
Crabcore, yeah. That's Attack Attack.
But I loved Breathe Carolina.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, they're still really good. So even without the screamy dude. I think his name was Michael. Maybe it wasn't actually. Yeah. I don't know. But even like their new stuff I enjoy.
Yeah. And then like you, dude, like I loved Attack Attack, and I would listen to just like random bits and pieces of weird shit. Like Taking Back Sunday, I love like
Oh my
almost
God.
everything by Taking Back Sunday. I'll listen to a couple of songs by like Dashboard Confessional.
Gym
or, like,
Class
Beverly
Heroes, bro.
Gym Class Heroes.
Oh man,
Yes.
Travis McCoy.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
And like what he did with what was that song called? Taxi Cab Driver,
Oh yeah.
where it was all band names.
Yep. Dude, I was thinking of that in the shower yesterday. I was like, I wonder if I can make a hardcore version of Taxi Cab Driver, and I just did like mostly just like metal bands that are like out today, like Crystal Lake and
I wish I had like a better memory than what I have, dude. Because if I pulled up my iPod,
Oh my
from,
God.
like, 2008, it has my whole iTunes library on it.
Dead
which is, like,
Poetic. I accidentally found the other day. I hadn't heard about them, or I hadn't thought about them in like 10 years, and they popped up on Spotify, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh my
dude.
God. Did you have playlist.com, which was what you used to put on your MySpace? You'd put like your playlist.com link on your MySpace, and then you could pick 40 songs. I want, if that is still a website,
that would be awesome. Too bad we can't HTML anymore.
Dude, we were legit flirting with a 6-figure job.
Yeah, MySpace taught everyone how to like be Mark Zuckerberg.
Like we could have.
We need to thank Tom for sure.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Dude,
Appreciate you.
thank Justin Timberlake for trying to bring it back. Crash and burn, but good try, buddy.
That's because it's not what it used to be. If it was exactly what it used to be, I guarantee you people would flock to that over Facebook.
I mean, yeah, I'd still keep my Facebook though, because dude, Facebook Marketplace pretty much is like the GOAT for me. But what are some things that you want to see from this channel? What are some things that you want to do? I'll tell you some things
honestly,
I want to do too.
I want to have a lot of like fan interaction, dude. I think
Hell
that's
yeah.
really cool, and like that's kind of the whole idea behind it, really, because a lot of people that look the way we look, or dress the way we dress, or listen to the type of music, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of those people don't have people like that to associate with, to converse with, to talk about it with, and
Right.
I think that you and I could be great, like poster children for those
Poster
those
30-year-olds.
Yeah, poster adults.
Yeah.
So that's ideally that would be like number one spot. What I want to see come from here,
Right.
While of course, like, talking about the stuff that I love, like that's just like instinctual for me.
Right.
But what are you thinking? What's your top spot when it comes to the podcast?
Definitely, I definitely want to be very interactive with all of our fans. Here's a few things that I would like to do. I would like to one, like every episode, we'll like list a newer age band that kind of reminds us of an older band that people can listen to, because a lot of people, they just get stuck in like, early 2000s, and they don't explore new stuff because they don't know what to do. So I feel like, seeing as we know those things, we can be like, yo, check out this band, like the band Bill Murray, and like check out this band and this song, and you might enjoy that, and then they can fall into that new thing. So I want to make like a playlist on Spotify, so that way people can go to our Spotify playlist and be like, oh, sick, here's the 3 Mo playlist, and listen to all the good songs. And then I want people to know where to come to get information on like new things that are happening with bands. Like, for example, Attila just dropped a new song called Canceled. It's called Canceled by Attila.
I'm here for it, dude. I'm here for all of that, honestly.
Yeah.
I really like that. And to be completely honest with you, I kind of fall into that category. I kind of fall into the stuck in the, the 2005 through 2011 music scene, because like that's where my heart is.
Right.
Those are the bands that have like forever held my heart, and it's like it's hard to like find someone new or listen to someone new when you know that this is the kind of shit you love.
Yeah, that's something I definitely, I also want to really hear about a lot of our viewers and listeners, whatever.
Listeners.
Yeah, I want to hear a lot of our listeners tell us like, meaningful stories about, how the culture affected them. Like I'm really interested to to learn more about how the alternative culture has changed people. You know?
I'm equally as interested, because when we were growing up and we were, you know, what adults then would call dumb kids just going through a phase, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not a phase, Mom.
What it's like for, yeah. I wonder what it's like for those kids now, man. Is it similar? Do you still get a lot of flack?
Right.
I'm curious though, because like I'm a 30-year-old guy, like I'm a 30-year-old man, and I dress and look
the same,
like,
bro.
I've pink and black hair split half and half, like
still rocking nail polish, dude.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like it's popular now. It's popular to wear Vans and skateboard and look alternative.
Right.
And have like tattoos.
Tattoos, yeah.
Piercings. So I'm curious if like the difference is there in like the younger generation of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to get beat up, bro. I used to get made fun of. I used to wear girl pants. Like, I would get thrown into fucking lockers.
I got thrown into lockers.
5'1" into a 55-gallon trash can. Half of the school's lunch in it.
That's dude, so terrible.
I used to get picked on so bad.
I got thrown through the cafeteria window. They threw my body through the cafeteria window.
Ooh, bro, that's so bad.
Yeah. I went to Lakewood High. Just if anybody knows the cafeteria window breaking in like, what was it, 2007? That was me. That was my body. I didn't really get beat up. I just got shit happen to me, like, you know, put me in the lockers and throw me out windows. I never got into fights though. But anyway, back to music and like emo culture. Let's talk real quick about our hometowns. How important our hometowns were to us for like emo culture or alternative culture, and then we'll just wrap it up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Why don't you go ahead and lead us in, man?
All right. I am kind of a dick when it comes to my home and emo culture, just because I'm from Ohio, and as we all know, Ohio is, in fact, for lovers. It's not. And it is. But yeah, so there was this place in Cleveland called Peabody's Down Under, and it was legit. If you were emo or if you were alternative, that was your place. Like, you'd go. There was 4 different stages inside. There was a main stage, Pirates Cove. I don't remember the rest of them. I'm not gonna lie, but dude, it was super dope. It was, and like as a kid starting in a shitty band, to have all your friends come out and like pack this place in was super dope. And you could see, I remember I saw Ice Nine Kills for my first time. I saw Devil Wears Prada. I wrestled a bear once. I didn't love them. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like that band, but I saw them perform live and I was like, wow, they're really good performers, you know?
Wait, can I interject?
Yeah, please.
I have a very, very, very similar situation. I wasn't a huge fan of Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh my God.
I kind of listened to them, but I was kind of like, man, this is a little hard. But then I saw them live, and after that, I was like, yes.
I have to say, that dude's voice cannot last that long. There's no way. Like, do you hear the way he screams? It's like, dude, what? You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, he's really struggling.
And the opposite, and the opposite to that, I would say, is I loved Elisana, and then I went to see them, and I was like, this is poo.
That's crazy. They were the headliners for that show.
Really?
That Drop Dead Gorgeous was at, but their bus broke down, so they didn't make it. So I didn't get to see them live.
That's
but
crazy.
I love Elisana.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, on Frail Rings of Wax and whatever.
Nope, Vanity and Wax.
Oh, Vanity and Wax. On Frail Rings of Vanity and Wax. Yeah. Apologies, bro. Oh,
yes.
Anyway. All right. Anyway, so to continue about Cleveland, a lot of the bands that made a huge difference in our culture were from Ohio. Like, most of them were from Dayton, like Before Their Eyes, Attack, Beartooth, Miss May I, what's the other one? Devil Wears Prada.
Really? I didn't know Devil Wears Prada was from Ohio.
Oh, yeah, bro. They're from Dayton, Ohio. I think they're from Dayton. Or Dayton or Columbus. And then the Plot and U's from Ohio, too.
Okay.
The Icy Stars are from Michigan, but they would their manager is a good friend of mine, and he was in Cleveland, so they would come out to this place called Big Happy's. It was a skate park, and they would play while everybody skated around them. Dude, it was so dope.
That sounds really cool.
Oh, bro, Big Happy's was the place to be. So yeah, so like my hometown, I feel like Cleveland, Ohio is like definitely a huge place for emo culture, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and AP, you know, like Alternative Press.
Yeah.
Based in Cleveland.
No way, get the out.
Swear to God, dude. APMA Awards. I was at the first one. It was right there by Tower City.
I mean, like, I love Cleveland. I hate Ohio. Like, don't get me wrong.
Oh, dude, no, I hate Ohio.
That lives there, but
Cleveland's sick though.
I hate Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Cleveland. I'm there at least twice a year.
Dude, feels same way.
The two places that I would consider like my hometowns, places I grew up, none of them were a hotspot for emo culture or alternative culture or anything like that. So, first place being like Detroit, Southfield is where I was born. I lived in Warren for like 13 years. Yeah, and that's like the culture down here is just like it's rap music. You know, you get small circles of people that listen to different stuff, but the majority, it's like a hip hop, like country. That's like the split. You know what I mean? You either listen to hip hop or you like listen to country.
I would die.
And it's honestly, it's so crazy because like I moved 200 miles north to a tiny little town called Gladwin.
Okay.
Which, for anybody that knows, NF is from there.
Oh, the white dude that kind of sounds like Eminem.
Yes, yeah, he's
bro. He's pretty sick. I don't like rap, but he's kind of dope.
He, at least from what I used to know of him, he used to be a really good
dude.
But yeah, I mean, I lived in a town, bro. I think the population was maybe like 10,000 to 20,000 people max.
Wow.
In like a 3-city county. So, I mean, we had Amish people, we had country folks, farmers, anything and everything in between. There was like a handful of like tiny little emo kids, and like we were the kids that I don't know, man. It was just difficult being in that setting.
Oh, for sure.
Where that style of music and aesthetic is welcomed with open arms. So yeah. Kudos to you for having like the coolest spot ever,
dude. Yeah, I mean,
like grow up in.
It was easy though, dude, because like my high school my graduating class was 3,000 kids. Like, there's so many kids that no matter what, you're gonna run into other emo kids. Like, we had an emo table at the lunchroom.
That's kind of dope.
I think that where you grew up is definitely an important part. So even though you were in this place that a lot of people didn't really appreciate the way that you looked or the music that you listened to, you still stuck it out and you're like, nah, bitch, this is me.
Oh yeah, I mean, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you know me, you know that's just who I am. I don't give a fuck what people think.
Let's talk about the next episode so everybody knows what's going on with the next episode of Threemo. Do you know what we're doing, Ollie?
Yeah, we're taking responses from Twitter, right?
Yes. You can
listening to our followers, fans, whatever, their first emo experience or the band that brought them into their emo lifestyle.
Absolutely. And just so you guys know, if you don't want to do Twitter, if you don't have Twitter, that's fine. We will still just throw a comment in this video on our YouTube, please, and we will read that comment 100%, reply to you. And if you don't want us to put your username, please just let us know so that way we don't call you out. But we'll call everybody else out.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're trying to be cool about all this.
Yeah.
We want to involve the people that want to be involved, but if you want to stay anonymous, that's totally cool with us too.
Yeah, just put like hashtag anonymous and we'll make sure that we don't give you away to the world.
Sweet,
man. I mean, I think I'm very excited to talk to everybody about how this culture is a big part of their life. We don't actually have an outro, but I just want to say, stay emo. We'll hopefully see you guys on the next episode of the podcast. Cannot wait to read your responses. This is
super excited to see your responses.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, very excited.
Excited.
My name is Krue Monroe. That is Ollie Quinn. I just want to say a real quick thank you to Northern Ghost. That is a band based out of Ohio, for letting us use some of their tracks for the music in this episode. So thank you guys. That was my buddy Nolan. So thank you, Nolan, and the rest of the band for giving us these dope tracks to listen to in the background and to hang out with. So thank you guys so much for letting us use your tracks. It means a lot. See everybody on the next episode, hopefully next Monday. Don't hold me to it yet. We're still trying to figure out scheduling. Whoa, shit. Oh, hey, what's up? And yeah, well, this is Threemo, and stay emo. Bye, guys.
So this is what it's like to